Hello, my name is Jeff, and I want to take you on a journey across the vast and varied landscapes of America. This is a land of breathtaking beauty, from soaring mountains to sprawling coastlines, a land teeming with an extraordinary diversity of life. But within this rich tapestry, a quiet crisis is unfolding. Many of the unique creatures that call this continent home are now standing on the brink of disappearing forever. Their stories are not just tales of struggle, they are urgent calls to action, reminders of the delicate balance that sustains all life on our planet. The creatures we are about to meet are more than just statistics on a list. They are integral parts of the ecosystems they inhabit, each playing a vital role that has been refined over millennia. Their survival is intrinsically linked to the health of our natural world, and by extension, to our own. The loss of even one species creates a void that can never truly be filled, a silence in the symphony of nature. It is a profound responsibility we bear to understand their plight and to act before their whispers fade into eternal silence. Join me as we explore the lives of some of America's most endangered species. We will witness their remarkable resilience, understand the complex threats they face, and discover the incredible efforts being made to pull them back from the edge. This is a story of hope, of challenge, and of the enduring connection between humanity and the wild. It is a story that concerns us all, for the future of these magnificent animals is, in many ways, a reflection of the future we are choosing for ourselves and for our world. Here, in the misty wetlands and dense forests of the southeastern United States, a phantom of the wilderness struggles to hold on. This is the realm of the red wolf, a creature uniquely American, and one of the most endangered canids in the world. Smaller than its gray cousin, with a characteristic reddish hue to its coat, the red wolf once roamed widely, a crucial apex predator maintaining the health of its environment. Its haunting, melodic howl, once a common sound in the southern night, has now fallen silent across almost all of its historical range. Today, fewer than 24 red wolves are thought to remain in the wild, all confined to a small peninsula in eastern North Carolina. This tiny, fragile population is the last bastion for a species that has been systematically persecuted and pushed to the very edge of existence. They face a barrage of threats, from vehicle collisions to illegal hunting, but perhaps the most insidious danger is genetic. Hybridization with coyotes, which have expanded into their territory, threatens to dilute the pure red wolf lineage, erasing its unique identity from the natural world forever. The role of the red wolf is irreplaceable. As a top predator, it helps to control populations of deer and smaller mammals, preventing overgrazing and promoting a healthier, more diverse plant community. This, in turn, supports a cascade of other species, from insects to songbirds. The fight to save the red wolf is therefore not just about one animal, it is about restoring a critical piece of the ecological puzzle, a piece whose absence has left the entire ecosystem diminished and out of balance. The survival of this ghost of the forest depends entirely on our intervention. We travel now to the immense canyons and towering cliffs of the American West. Look to the skies, and with extraordinary luck, you might witness a sight that was almost lost to the world. A colossal bird with a wingspan stretching nearly 10 feet, soaring on the thermal updrafts. This is the California condor, North America's largest land bird. A creature of prehistoric lineage, it has graced these skies for millennia, a living connection to a bygone era when mammoths and saber-toothed cats roamed the land below. Its sheer scale is awe-inspiring, a dark, magnificent shadow gliding effortlessly against the vast blue canvas. By 1982, the shadow of the condor had all but vanished. Only 22 individuals remained on the entire planet. Decades of habitat loss, shooting, and, most devastatingly, lead poisoning from ingesting carcasses left by hunters had decimated their numbers. The species was functionally extinct in the wild. In a last, desperate gamble to save them, conservationists made the difficult decision to capture every remaining bird, bringing the entire wild population into captivity. It was an audacious plan, a final hope to prevent this majestic bird from becoming a mere fossil record. The captive breeding program that followed is one of conservation's most dramatic and inspiring stories. Using innovative techniques, including puppet rearing to prevent the chicks from imprinting on humans, scientists slowly rebuilt the population. Today, thanks to these monumental efforts, hundreds of condors once again fly free over California, Arizona, and Utah. Yet, their journey is far from over. Lead poisoning remains a persistent and deadly threat. a constant reminder that the survival of these magnificent birds is a shared responsibility, requiring ongoing vigilance and a collective commitment to ensuring their skies remain safe. We leave the land and journey to the warm, tropical waters off America's coasts, where another ancient lineage is in peril. In the vibrant coral reefs and seagrass beds, the Hawkbill Sea Turtle forages for food. Named for its narrow, pointed beak, perfectly adapted for extracting sponges from crevices in the reef, the hawksbill is a critical architect of this underwater ecosystem. By controlling sponge populations, it prevents them from outcompeting the corals, thereby helping to maintain the health and diversity of the reef itself, a habitat on which countless other marine species depend. This beautiful mariner is distinguished by its stunningly patterned shell, a mosaic of amber, yellow, and brown. Tragically, this same beauty has been its curse. For centuries, the hawksbill has been hunted relentlessly for its tortoiseshell, its carapace crafted into jewelry, combs, and other decorative items. This illegal trade, known as the Beko trade, has driven the species into a catastrophic decline worldwide. Even where they are protected, the threat of poaching looms large, a constant danger to nesting females and their vulnerable hatchlings. Beyond the direct threat of the illegal wildlife trade, hawksbill turtles face a multitude of other dangers in our modern oceans. They are entangled in fishing gear, their nesting beaches are being destroyed by coastal development, and the coral reefs they depend on are bleaching and dying due to rising ocean temperatures and pollution. Every part of their life cycle, from the moment a female crawls ashore to lay her eggs to the long decades spent roaming the seas, is now fraught with human-induced peril. Saving this gentle navigator requires a global effort to protect our oceans and end the demand for its shell. Deep within the swamps, hardwood hammocks, and pine lands of southern Florida, a solitary and elusive predator prowls. This is the Florida panther, a unique subspecies of cougar adapted to this subtropical wetland environment. It is an icon of the American wilderness, a symbol of untamed nature. With its long tail, powerful limbs, and tawny coat, it moves with a silent grace through the dense vegetation, a ghost in the landscape. As the state's official animal, its fate is inextricably woven into the identity and ecological health of Florida itself. The panther's kingdom has shrunk dramatically. Once roaming across the southeastern United States, it is now confined to a small fraction of its historic range, a pocket of wilderness at the southern tip of the Florida peninsula. The primary threat to its existence is habitat fragmentation. A sprawling network of highways, agricultural lands, and urban development has carved its territory into isolated patches. For a wide-ranging animal like the panther, which requires vast areas to hunt and find mates, these man-made barriers are often deadly. Vehicle collisions are now the leading cause of death for these magnificent cats. Conservation efforts are a complex and challenging battle fought on multiple fronts. Scientists track the cats using radio collars to understand their movements and needs. Agencies work to protect and restore vital habitat corridors, creating safe passages for panthers to cross dangerous roads. Yet, with a population of only 120 to 230 adults and subadults, the Florida panther remains critically endangered. Its genetic diversity is perilously low, making it vulnerable to disease. Its survival hinges on our ability to learn to coexist, to make space for this top predator, and to reconnect the fragmented wildlands it needs to endure. Our final story takes us to the vast, windswept prairies of the American West, the historic grasslands that once stretched for thousands of miles. Here we find a tale of astonishing rediscovery and a testament to the power of persistence. For years, the Blackfooted Ferret, a slender and nocturnal member of the weasel family, was believed to be entirely extinct. Its fate seemed sealed, tied to the near extermination of its primary prey, the prairie dog. With the vast prairie dog towns plowed under for agriculture, the ferret had simply vanished. Then, in 1981, a remarkable thing happened. A ranch dog named Shep, near Meeteetse, Wyoming, brought home a strange creature it had killed. The rancher's wife, recognizing it as something unusual, took the specimen to a local taxidermist. It was identified as a black-footed ferret. An intensive search revealed a tiny, isolated population of just 18 individuals, the last of their kind on Earth. This single, miraculous discovery provided a final, fleeting chance to save a species that had, for all intents and purposes, returned from the dead. This tiny remnant population was soon threatened by disease, prompting another daring captive breeding program. From those 18 individuals, scientists have painstakingly bred thousands of ferrets. The program has been so successful that, today, ferrets have been reintroduced to dozens of sites across the West, from Wyoming to Kansas and even into Mexico. It is a story of profound hope, demonstrating that even when a species is pushed to the absolute limit, recovery is possible. The ferret's return is a powerful symbol of successful conservation, but its future still depends on the protection and restoration of the prairie dog ecosystems it calls home. The stories of these 5 species, the wolf, the condor, the turtle, the panther, and the ferret, are unique, yet they share a common thread. Each has been pushed to the brink by human activity, and each now depends on human compassion and ingenuity for its survival. Their plight is a mirror reflecting the immense impact our species has on the planet. But their stories are also filled with hope, demonstrating that with dedication, science, and a collective will, we can begin to mend the damage we have caused and restore a measure of balance to the natural world. The task ahead is immense, but it is not insurmountable. Supporting conservation organizations, whether through donations or volunteering, provides the resources needed for the vital work happening on the ground. Advocating for policies that protect wildlife habitats and reduce pollution creates the systemic change necessary for long-term success. Even simple choices like being a responsible consumer and reducing our own environmental footprint contribute to a healthier planet for all its inhabitants. We are not powerless in the face of this crisis. We are, in fact, the only ones who can solve it. Let us not be the generation that allows these magnificent creatures to fade into memory. Let us choose to be their guardians. The future of America's natural heritage is in our hands. Every action, no matter how small it may seem, is a vote for a world where humans and wildlife can not only coexist, but thrive together. The haunting howl of the wolf, the shadow of the condor in the sky, these are not things we can afford to lose. They are part of a wild and beautiful world that is worth every effort to protect. Thank you for watching.